starting it like that. There you go. Oh, no idea. Well, I suppose I kind of do. Whatever. Anyway, things. I'm going to try and record one episode of this today because I need to try and keep it ticking over. Otherwise, when Sea of Thieves comes out and when I need to go and get some temp fucking work to just try and stave off miserable depression, I'm not going to play this fucking thing. So, yeah, trying to keep it ticking over. Although the fact that, oh no, people seem to... I've gotten a decent amount of comments, had a nice long ramble with his Gawathiness. And yeah, gives me a chance to just sort of splurge, I suppose. I can talk about things I want to talk about, but not in the setting of Pokemon, because when I'm playing Showdown, as I'm sure many of you have spotted, wow, you just get sidetracked. I mean, in this you get sidetracked more, but there's less thought than Pokemon, so even though Gawathi insists that the battle system is actually quite deep when you try and get into it, but I refuse his advances. Come in. Oh, it's a green techno dog. Brilliant. What is it? Thexteron. Anyway, before we get into today's topic, which is going to be loot boxes, which, while not seeming massively topical, considering that EA recently took out... well, no, they put in microtransactions in place of loot boxes to appease angry nutters. I suppose it's mildly topical. Maybe. I don't know. It's decently. I was going to talk about FIFA's loot boxes instead, because while there's an awful lot wrong with FIFA, conceptually, technically, and yeah, it does some things right. And I feel that I want to talk about them, not to defend the game, because the game's shit, but I still play it, despite it being shit, so, you know. Anyway, before we get really into it, let's actually do this thing, because I haven't bothered to do it yet, because I don't care. What skills do you get in your Ravager path, dearie? Water. You get the ability for water. I might actually boost this, because I'm fairly confident that she can... Actually, no, she can't, can she? Is Ruin part of Commando? Yes, it is. Oh, okay. Because I thought Ruin boosted the Doofer gauge, but evidently not. Live Siphon. Bolster attack or Ruin at head of attack queue when target's chain gauge is empty. Oh, what does that do? Upon slaying target. Might not be too bad. Oh, how do you do it? There you go. Get that. But yeah, fuck it. Let's get quite a bit of it. Yeah, let's finish up this little level, and then we'll go have a looky-loo at the Ravager. Even though I don't really use her as a Ravager all that much, it's still helpful. I mean, not with, like, Dopey Hopey kicking around anyway. I get water. Try and get the electric one. Yeah. Yeah, cool. And I get strength because it's there, and then it's just whatever your flavour of buff is. Cool. And you, I want to boost. What does Medic have, other than the obvious? You get any good? No, not really. There's no point dumping into that then. Synergist. Since it is actually decently helpful, to its credit. Shell. Although even then the skills in that are pretty wank as well. To be honest, I'm probably just going to use Ravager. It's a lot easier. Come on. I'll invest in Synergist later. Although, actually, no, I can invest in it now. I'll go for Medic later on, but for the minute, it's just bugger all fucking point. I'll just say as well, very pretty interface, not actually very helpful. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like, it looks cool, but again, most of the upgrades are actually pretty linear. some of it, you do get into branching paths later on, so, I don't know. It's preference at the end of the day. I think that's about it. Yeah, what paradimadims have we got? Yeah. I think I'd rather start off with that one. Yeah, seems fair. Anyway, this is my least favourite environment in the entire game. Again, frame rate, brilliant, don't care. Look at it. The most impressive graphics technology of the previous decade, and we make a dump. Amazing. Like, really? Really? This is a metaphor for the whole game. You have a very impressive graphics technology, it's true. And what do you do with it? Sweet fuck all. Limitless potential, just founded on generic wank. Amazing. Stunning, even. I'd say. The short-sightedness is unreal. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Why you going? Oh, the Panther. The Techno Panther sucks. Good. Oh, actually, yeah, let's fuck you up because I've got defensive crap now. Yeah, I don't like this area, and you spend a large amount of time in it. So yeah, not overly enthused. Interestingly, Goaf has said that he never completed this. Because I thought he had, but apparently he got to the point where it's generally agreed that this game gets slightly less offensive. There is a weird, mystical, undefinable point where, I don't know if your brain just stops working or something, but you generally just think, could be worse. Maybe that's why I enjoyed it. It's, again, irrelevant, meaningful gibberish. Whatever gets you there, buddy. Oh, look, it's more of these robots that I don't know what the fuck they're for. Sensational. Come on, Harp, put the doofers up so I can switch to the fucking thing. There you go, I dare you. Like I say, it gets rid of one of them. Oh shit, well you're fucking dead. There you go. Actually that might work out. Ooh, just. Yeah, Glaf says that random combat you can get quite deep, and I know that there are like strategies and shit that you can do, where you do have to sort of think about it to a decent degree, but it's not massively. Even then, it's like I was saying last time, the combat for what it is well designed and implemented. It doesn't make it good in any sense of the word. So yeah, the problem with it is not execution, it was the vision itself. Whoever came up with it should have just been told to stop. Let's go back to the fucking drawing board, but no. What do you want? That's my view on it, like I say. You're perfectly entitled to think that it's good. You know, to some people it may very well be, but I don't. There you go. We'll go with slash and burn. The other thing as well is, like I say, the point that I made was that it doesn't present itself very well. Like, the first big fight that you have is against... Now, why do you see again? Like, why heal me when he had less HP? How does that help my fight? You know, if I could have picked targets, then I wouldn't have had as much of a problem. But now I've got to go fucking Phoenix down twat face over there. It just doesn't make an awful lot of sense. Like, at the very least, it should prioritise the weakest. It might not necessarily help you, but then again, what he just did for himself didn't necessarily help. And I think the other thing as well is you can't say that this would be any worse if it allowed you to pick different characters. or like pick their specific targets. At least I don't recall it ever giving you that. It just kind of makes it up as it goes along, because it knows better than you do. So why am I here? When all I can really do is give vague indications of what I want to achieve. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll be corrected and there is actually some really cool deep thing that you can do, but I ain't seeing it. Oh well, he's chilling. Get your shields up, lad.
Just stay out of my way.
Yeah, the fact that that actively takes time, also not brilliant. Like, I don't know. Oh, I don't fucking know. What do I fucking know? I could plob on about it for ages, but I feel like I've kind of gotten my point across. I suppose the stagger thing as well, again, ties into it quite, it's solid. It provides incentive for not just mushing A. Jesus, if it wasn't there, it would be even more dull and repetitive. Yeah, 5 stars, whoa, I got a doofer off of him. Come on. Oh, this looks like a story. I got a bit of story, I got a bit of story almost. No, oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, god damn it, man. Can you see which one's the child and who's the mother? The mother? Who could the mother be?
Can we get through this way, you think? You know where you're going, right?
No.
I've been here on missions before.
Missions? Nothing to do with the Purge, though.
The Purge is SciComm's baby. Our military is split into 2 arms. The Public Security and Intelligence Command, known as SciComm, and the Guardian Corps. I was Guardian Corps, Bodum Security Regiment.
Didn't do a very good fucking job of it.
Wait, but I don't get it. If you're not SciComm, then why did you board the train?
Dude, go. There you go. Why do you think? Oh, great. I can't wait for all this. Look, there's Stars. Where's my boy? Where is he? There he is! Yeah, you can see him! The true hero. He's still trucking. He's the one who saves the day, really.
And stay in your lines. Personal belongings will be returned upon arrival.
See, if you'd have got English people to do this, it would have gone a lot better. English people can fucking queue. Again, you called it the Purge. If you'd have called it Happy, Funky, Brilliant, Great Time with like marshmallows and tits, you probably would have got a lot more like takers.
What's the GC doing here? This op's under SciComm direction.
So direct me. Let me on. I want to be purged.
Okay.
Only civs get purged. Sanctum staff and soldiers are exempt. Huh?
Then I quit.
Line up!
Excuse me. Hey, lady. What gives?
I volunteered.
Really? You don't look ready to go quiet into that good night.
You want quiet? You better take the next train.
Well, now I really want to see what you're up to.
You invite this on yourself.
I had to rescue Sarah before they transported the vestige to Pulse, and out of my reach.
The vest?
My
What?
only chance to save her was to join the Purge.
I am so confused. So, what?
You're telling me you got on that train so you could save your sister?
Yes. How was that not blatantly obvious?
That's crazy. I could never do something like that.
Yeah, you can only watch your
It's not
mum
a
die.
question of can or can't.
It is a
There are
bit.
some things in life you just do.
No.
Easy for someone like you to say. Lightning!
Do it! Go on then, get on with it. Oh man, but I'm just a little baby. I can't do anything. I'm gonna sit here and wait for someone to help
She
me.
left me.
Wouldn't you? If you were in her position, I would leave. Oh, good.
1, 2, 3, we go.
What are you up to? Hey!
Fuck it. Oh, good. The bird of cock blocking. Was that bird? Is that bird his wife? Was the bird particularly angry at the upskirt shot of the presumably 14, 15-year-old girl?
Keep up with this girl.
Probably younger. Saz has gained access to the Synergist role. Synergist play a supporting role in combat. Can use the Faith spell, which ranges the target's magic attribute, increasing the damage dealt by that target's spells. As he develops in the role of Synergist, Saz will also be able to learn Bravery, which boosts the target's strength. Vastly improve the party's new groups engaged in battle with one another. That's something I also like. So you can sort of sit on the fringes and think about who you want to pick off first and which one makes more sense. Doesn't happen often enough, but it is there. Reveal the side will initiate a battle against both, however the enemies may not even notice your opponents at first. Continue to fight one another instead. When this occurs, it is most effective to concentrate all your attacks against the... Alright, so we are Saz. Okay then. See, the other thing as well is, while I did just moan about not being able to pick and choose your targets, I actually don't like having to be the synergist or whatever, because it's not massively enjoyable. Although I suppose... Nah, I don't really know what I'm talking about there. I don't know, that's just kind of an inherent thing. I don't like being a support. I don't like helping people, there you go, that makes more sense. Alright, what you got in your Ravager? Because your shit is where it's at. I want to boost that. Not that it actually goes anywhere, but it does become very helpful later on, since I believe she is the only Sabotoriat you have ever really fucking given. I mean, obviously everyone can do it, but I believe she's your best bet for it. Do you get anything? No. Go do Ravager then. So, yeah, that's kind of my logic on it. Well, I suppose, to be fair, now that Saz has got Synergist, you can have her do the Ravaging and then have a heal synergy thing. It's there, it exists. So, yeah, fuck it, let's boost that. Vigilance! Huzzah! Yeah, I do at least appreciate that this does get more complex as you go. Because, Jesus Christ, if it didn't, fuck. Good! Things happened, excitement, wonder.
Get tired?
Actually, well, no, damn it all, I keep... Why isn't start pause? Oh yeah, because I don't use all of the fucking controls. Brilliant. New. Synergist and medic, please. Because then you got Ravager, medic, Synergist, sab. Which isn't bad. Actually, no, I'd probably rather have Ravager Saboteur myself. Nah. Yeah. Because then you synergize while being healed, and then you can sabotage and ravage and other such wonderful things. Because you don't get any commandos right out the gate, so that's kind of its own special, unique problem for building up stagger gauges.
Robots fighting each other?
Who knows why? I don't.
Can't we just talk this over?
Anyway, you want to kill the watch drones because the other fella's fucking pissed. And then we can switch to that one. The other thing as well, which is actually stupidly handy, is that saboteur skills count towards boosting their stagger gauge. So you make them actively more susceptible to damage, and then they get really, really, really susceptible to damage. So it kind of makes sense. The other thing with Synergist as well is at some point you get haste, and you fucking want haste, because haste makes this entire game just better. You don't have to sit around waiting for a fucking bar to fill up, it just goes. I mean, you do have to wait, but there's less waiting. It favours the impatient. Alright, now we can fuck up this guy. But again, she's fucking over this guy that I wasn't even targeting. Like, I don't know why she was picking that one. Like, riddle me that one. I should also switch, because I have just realised that she isn't actually going to bother doing anything to him. Yeah. Because he's got all of his buffs down. Like, that's how the game quantifies it. It just tries to debuff everything, or buff everything. It's neither here nor there. Neither hither nor thither. I wonder what this thing could be for. It's a giant gun pointing at an obstacle.
Here we go. Oh, whoa.
Or a mag thing pointing at an obstacle. Why would that not have moved before? No one knows. Like here again, like the robot dude's tanky as balls until you stagger him, so you may as well go murder up the doofer dogs, the devil dogs. Yeah, put it on you. Yeah, I think that's about it for anything of vague worth than a minute. Right, yeah, I was going to talk about FIFA loot boxes. That was it. That was the thing that's not massively interesting, but it's there. Obviously, the way that Battlefront 2 went about doing its loot box R's was pretty awful. I still don't quite understand why it got as much of the, like, sort of death as it did, because compared to other things, like FIFA is probably worse, if you actually think about it. Like, FIFA is pretty insulting. So yeah, it doesn't really make an awful lot of sense that Battlefront got dragged through the coals. But on the other hand, one thing that FIFA has in its arsenal is that it has been around for a lot longer. It's not attached to a license that people will kill you if you ruin. So yeah, there's different ways of looking at it, but there are some things that FIFA does well in the bullshit medium of fucking people over for money. That are rather interesting. Come on, man. Oh, for fuck's sake, he's just resetting like it. Heal me.
Didn't even have to ask.
How annoying. Maybe I should have taken the other bloke instead.
Watch and learn, kid.
Yeah. One thing it does, like I say, what a lot of reasons that Battlefront's loot boxes got fucking shit canned was just because of the absurdity of it. It's like people who invest money will have a legitimate, distinct advantage over, you know, people who don't. The time taken to unlock some of the better shit was absurd and unreal. So they bit off far more than they could chew, in the sense that they just wanted to nickel and dime people.
We got this,
And it was just it was blissfully obvious. Like, they could sugarcoat it as much as they want, but no one was buying it.
What you learn, kid?
Whereas, like I say, since considering that the way that microtransactions work in FIFA is you've got to unlock players, and to do that you've got to, you know, get them in packs and stuff like that. It's essentially the same system, but the way it goes about it is a lot, I wouldn't say crafty, more innocent is probably the better way of looking at it.
From Pulse is evil, doesn't it?
Oh, probably. You are all pretty fucking evil. Yeah, and this is quite an interesting one. But, I mean, you can go and take out whatever you want, and then they'll all just focus via the Pulse Soldier. So you can just take your time and just pick off whichever is the more terrifying thing to you. And she can debuff all of them, which helps. So, yeah. I suppose actually it would probably be, yeah, probably be those guys, because they can buff their damage and actually get quite terrifying. So yeah, one of the things that FIFA does do is it has loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of events. Like I think there's been like 2 or 3 different events in the last month, and what they offer is unique and interesting rewards that weren't there before, that are cool and fun to unlock. Like I say, the incentive to play is there. Because it's not, I mean, obviously a lot of it goes into packs, and the more packs you open in theory, the more likely you are to actually pack some of this, like, unique stuff that people want. But if someone does pack it, then you can sell it on a market. So you can trade it around, you can build up money to go buy better stuff with. You're not just completely locked into the only way you're ever going to get this thing is in a pack. I'm gonna fucking kill you. You're far more annoying, and you're attacking the dag. Yes. Look at it, jolly cooperation. Fuck the stupid robot. Just because it's a pain in my arsehole. So yeah, the first thing that you could say it did immediately better than Star Wars was that it has an online marketplace. Well, like I say, you can either, of course, you can spend money to go out and buy packs and get loads and loads and loads of shit, or you can go and try and, you know, sort of trade up and build up money and just do it all yourself. You don't have to buy into the that sort of economy, if you will. It obviously takes longer. I mean, of course it does. Why wouldn't it? But the option is there, and if you actually know what you're doing to a decent degree, and have a bit of a brain about you, which I don't because I can't be bothered, it's achievable.
Piece of cake.
Yeah. What again? Why was that there? Whatever. And I think that's the main difference between FIFA and Battlefront. It's achievability.
Yes, running's out of the question.
Yes, there's an awful lot of unique rewards, and there's an awful lot of random crap that you're never going to unlock in your lifetime. But there's, if you know, figure it out and play it through and spend wisely, then yeah, there's no reason why you can't unlock some of the really cool shit. I say unlock. The problem is, if you haven't played FIFA, it's kind of difficult to explain. It sounds like I'm talking some kind of mental language. Cards and packs and Ronaldos. So yeah, there is, like I say, the fact that there's lots of different events and methods to go, at least unlocking packs, not necessarily amazing like top end, like end game cards, but you at least unlock the opportunity to do it. And obviously, while they don't disclose the odds in their packs, because if they did, their offices would probably be burned down, because that's the one thing I want out of this whole kerfuffle with trying to legislate loot boxes. I don't want them banned necessarily, because I think they can be quite interesting. I just want odd disclosure. I think that's a perfectly fair and reasonable thing to ask for, and the fact that they haven't is a bit insulting. It's not really asking for the world, it's literally just asking, like when you, I know when you go into a casino they're not going to say what the odds of you getting something are, but on the other hand you kind of know what the games are. Whereas, like I say, the difference between packing a 94 rated Ronaldo versus packing a 75 rated, I don't know, Arslan is probably, I don't know, probably 0.0001% versus like 50%, but you don't know. That's how they make so much money, because there's always that hope that maybe you'll pack that unbelievable player, make loads of money and complete the game. You won't, but I mean, I buy into it. I'm not perfect. Every now and again I do it because, yeah, opening packs is fun. I try and unlock as many as I can just by playing the game, but eventually there is a point where you just think, oh, sod it. I'll give it a go. And yeah, that kind of mentality is damaging, but I don't know. It's a 6-1 sort of deal. But yeah, considering the fact that it is explicitly like it's again, it's gameplay advantages. If I have I don't know, an 80 rated player, alright, there might be he might have a unique combination of stats that means that he can be incredibly good, unbelievably good. But some bloke could have Ronaldo who's not, you know, 14 rated higher, and he'll just be better. Obviously, there's a certain element of skill in the game as well, but having that having a good team is a good, decent portion of the advantage you have, or understanding your team at the very least. So yeah, that's generally kind of it, like compared to Battlefront 2. I mean, like there are lots of other little nubbly things as well, like daily and weekly challenges to unlock like more rewards and different rewards. I mean, they're doing one now where the weekly rewards unlock unique cards that you can put into different unlocks to get more different and unique cards, so it just kind of feeds into its own economy. What they are a victim of doing a lot is they have these things called SBCs. Oh god, it's Hope. Oh, put the brakes on. Let me roll a cigarette while this shit pans along. Again, he just sat there hoping someone would come along.
Where's Grumpy?
That's an apt name. Why didn't you go after her? 'Cause I can't.
Leave me alone.
Hey.
God, he's such a dick, Hope.
This is pointless.
Saz is probably one of the more likable
Take it
characters.
home. It's over for me.
Oh, please just lay down and die.
It's not over. We'll get you home.
How?
I don't have one. Now that Mom is.
What about your dad?
I hate my dad. Buy me the fucking Nintendo Switch. Oh, it's flashback into the Switch. Dad, I love you. Well, son, I don't. Was that his mum there as well? Does she only know like 2 different phrases? Oh, you gonna say it?
Not making a wish, Hope?
Mom.
I don't need to because my mum's tough.
Wishing on fireworks? Really? That's for little kids.
You calling kid?
To you? What'd you wish for?
That next year, your father could come with us.
Why? It's better like this. We don't need him. That night, they found the Foul Sea and the Boat and Vestige. The next day, soldiers sealed off the town, and we couldn't get back to Palom Polum.
It's a fucking stupid name.
They forced us onto the train with everyone else.
Ah.
My mom, she was frantic.
Yeah, then she picked up her fucking rocket launcher and did things. She may have cashed in her one amazing moment and died, but...
Let's get you home, okay? Your dad's gotta be worried.
That's it. Ignore everything he says. That's the way to go.
Why should I care? He doesn't.
Any father cares.
Sass?
It's nothing. Forget it.
I don't have a kid. Cool dodge. What? No, I don't have that at all.
This ought to do it. We've got time. Get you back home?
And then your dad can disown you because you're a lessee. It'll be great, don't worry about it. And you can go and find Snow and not tell him that you killed his mum. Fucking hate Hope, man. God, he's such an awful character. Oh yeah, again, like, I know the minimap says you can't go here. Really? 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 Oh, he's breakdancing! Look at him go! Yeah! It's linear enough and you still invisible wall it, for God's sake. Hey, Robert. Anyway, we have 3 people now.
Time to get serious.
So let's just ravage him into oblivion. Because it's probably just going to be fucking faster. Yeah, I suppose like, the other thing as well with Battlefront is like because they shit-canned it before it even fucking launched, you didn't actually get to see what a lot of their plans were. I'd wager it would probably be structured similarly to V. I'll be impressed if it wasn't, at the very least. But yeah, you just there was no indication or idea of what exactly their goal was. So it was just condemned right out the gate. I'm not saying it would have been good or any better. But you never know. Why have you got this horrible, horrible, hateful thing? Why do you need 2 synergists and a saboteur? Considering I think he fucks off again in about 5 minutes because he randomly like cleans the poo out of his nappy and goes, I'm gonna go find lightning. Lightning good and treats me with no respect, but some respect, I suppose. Variety's quite good. I'll go with Smart Bomb for the minute. But yeah, like I say, FIFA's got like daily and weekly challenges. Again, a lot of it is engagement. Like you don't have to buy packs to get into the game. They give you daily and weekly challenges, which could be better. They could do a lot more with it. In fact, I don't really know why they don't do more with it. It actually gets quite perplexing at times. It seems to be out of laziness, because it's certainly not for balance sake. They release cards that are stupidly overpowered constantly, so I don't know why they'd be like, oh no, can't do that balancing. If that was my main criticism of the way they go about doing things, is that they need to do it more. I don't know if they hold back on it, or they have content that they arrange at the start and release over time, which they probably do. But they need to just, like, be on it constantly. It's so much better. No, balls, I don't have an all-out Ravager. Oh, well, fuck it. We'll roll with this. It's not too bad. Because it's like, there are some weeks where it, like, nothing happens, and it's just the standard, like, releases, and it's fucking boring. And a lot of it is, as well, is that they don't want to start off doing crazy stuff too early, because the game's just come out. That's when your player engagement is at its highest. So they do save an awful lot of the best shit for later on. Especially as it also coincides with the general football season, so... Oh no! It's freaks, apparently.
Let's put these babies to work. Yeah, no, I can do that. Oh, I'm gonna do that. Again, why does that take so fucking long? That's daft. Daft, I say. Like, especially when a lot of it's about trying to build up the chain gauge, it's just, it gets a bit stupid. Follow the old guy's lead.
Oh yeah, another thing they do as well, which, admittedly, a lot of it's placed on base skill, which can get a bit fucking frustrating at times. But they do actually give you the ability to unlock an awful lot of it, not necessarily just by trading, but by actually playing the game. Admittedly, it's fucking brutally impossible, which is a part I'll get to. But Yeah, like there's online tournaments with called Foot Champions where like you could play. I think it's you have to play quite a lot of games, about 40 games or 40 foot matches in a weekend, which is a lot. Like that is hard. I struggle to fucking do it, so I don't do it that often. But yeah, depending on your ranking at the end of it, you unlock cool prizes and shit. Oh, no one cares.
What'd you, sleep through history?
More or less.
She was spending too much time designing her skimpy 15-year-old outfit.
Once the war was over, people couldn't live near the rim anymore. In places like the Hanging Edge. So the
Scrap, pulse, rebuilding. Yeah, I can see the rebuilding went super good.
This is what was left. A bunch of garbage.
Who'd have thunk? A post file C and who knows what mixed in with all the trash.
Who'd have thunk?
Foreshadowing! So yeah, there are, like I say, methods that you can go about to unlock certain things, and you can, without spending any money at all, get a fucking amazing team. In fact, Nepenthes probably showcases that pretty well and efficiently. I mean, obviously you still have to put in a hell of a lot of time, but it's not completely outside of the realms of possibility. If you're prepared to give up a weekend or 3 or 4, then you can get a really, really, really strong team. And like I say, a lot of people who like FIFA are nutters, so we will. It's just the way we function. But yeah, so like I say, that's kind of what he did a lot better. And like I say, I'd be interested to see if EA ever released what their plan was for Battlefront 2, how exactly they were going to go about facilitating that. Because from the outset, it just didn't look like it was going to work, but it is a very similar system to FIFA, and FIFA kind of makes it work. Not everyone's happy, and a lot of people have jumped ship this game, but that's more because of the quality of it, not because of the way they implemented the rewards. Like I say, my main problem with it is just that they don't disclose the odds. If they disclose the odds, I'd feel much better as a consumer actually paying for something, knowing exactly where I stand. And then we can talk about the odds and say whether we like them or whether they can change them because they're dumb. As opposed to just, oh yeah, no, the odds are, you might get Ronaldo. Maybe. Like, we probably won't though, will we? No, you won't, no. But then an awful lot of that also ties into the fact that YouTubers do a lot of just free promotion for them. So people think, yeah, I'll open packs. Cool, I might get Ronaldo, because this YouTuber spent £6,000 and managed to get pack a super duper fucking Pele or whatever. It's that sort of thing. It's its own viciously weird circle.
Guess running's out of the question.
Right, fuck this guy. Come on, get on with it. Anyway, so yeah, that's some of the pros, I suppose, of the way of the method that they use. Again, like I say, I'm not endorsing it, and I feel like it's certainly not geared in any way, shape, or form to be player friendly. I'm not going to assume for a minute that it is, but in the pursuit of earning all the money in the world ever, they do things that are, you know, clever and reasonable. But you see, that's why it's fucking dumb. Now I have to wait until all of his debuffs fuck off before I can try again. Amazing. Why can't you just constantly reuse it? Is there a thing that I can click that will make you do that? I don't know. Oh, bleh. Bleh, I say, bleh. Actually, do you just have, what do you have an, no you don't even have an attack. You don't have a gun shooty thing, other than your gun shooty thing. Oh, his debuffs are gone.
Right, here's some of the things that I have problems with the method that FIFA does. Because it's time invested to earn stuff in general, players get too savvy. And like I say, that means that, it makes for a competitive market and stuff, and if everyone was willing to get savvy, then fine. But sometimes the wall to actually being clever and understanding the game mechanics and the methods of buying and selling, I feel like the entry level for a game is too fucking steep. I don't want to have to sit down and look for players that... like I say, there are methods that you can go about it, and there are YouTubers who give you tutorials and shit like that on how to go about it, but it doesn't really feel like I'm enjoying myself. Like, so it's that's a matter of just how you feel about it. Like I say, I'm not gonna hark on anyone who wants to take the time to get into. I mean, especially when you pay the amount of money that FIFA tends to cost on purchase, which is pretty dire. I 100% understand why someone would want to invest the time to get really, really good at it and to get the best team that they can and, shit all over other people. But for casuals, especially, I feel like if you have work, you're never, ever, ever going to be able to compete with other people. I mean, again, I'm sure I could be proved wrong on that if you were really, really, really good at it and you could trade really well. And there are methods to access it, like you can get a phone app or you can do it online. Not to play the game, but to do buying and selling. But it just feels like the entry point is too steep. And like I say, the fact that loads more people are starting to wake up and try and be like, right, I'm going to try and compete. The more people you have to compete, the harder and more challenging it gets to actually also compete. So you've got to invest more time, but they're also going to invest more time. And it's an endless circle where it doesn't really feel like it's worth putting that kind of time in. It can burn you out really quickly. Especially as well, like I say, the more savvy a player gets, well, they're probably going to go start looking up, things about game mechanics. They'll start following pro players to figure out the best ways of scoring goals. And I'm like, I just want to have fun. That's kind of my problem. I just want to enjoy myself. I'm like, as another example, Killing Floor, if you want. People can pull out spreadsheet warriors and say, oh, this is slightly better than this, or if you use this in this way, it's good. It's like, no, I don't use that because I don't want to. It's not enjoyable to me. Also, these guys fucking suck. So I'm going to try and muller them. And hopefully we can just debuff the shit out of them. Medic, 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 medic. Oh, you bastard. Again, why is that an insta-wipe? Really? I did just save, yeah. I'm having real trouble remembering shit that I had a thought. Oh wait, no, did I save? Yeah, no, I did, cool. I had a thought that I need to do something, and like literally 5 seconds later I was like, what did I need to do again? Fucking gone. I'm like, really? Jesus. Let's try and muller the succubus, because I know it does some bull. I think it boosts their attack. There you go, that's what we want, that's what we like. So yeah, like I say, when everyone's trying to compete in the same space, but again, you can still outcompete people by opening packs. That's kind of the problem. And like I say, what a lot of people tend to do is they tend to do a lot of the trading and playing, the stuff that you can unlock good cards with, and then also open packs to try and supplement that and help them along. And it's like, it doesn't really feel like you can compete in that particular regard. And again, that means the war gets even fucking higher. Some people can make it work, but I don't feel like the incentives are there to try. You just you feel a bit swamped trying to get into that mindset of like, yeah, no, I can, I can make my own way in it. You just feel like, what's the fucking point when everyone is trying to do it? I mean, obviously there's enough like cards in the game that if you try hard enough, you can find your own method of making money. But the really good ones are going to be pounced upon by everyone. It is challenging. But then again, you could also argue that trying to think of interesting ways of going about it is also quite fun. So I don't know. That's my own outlook on it, as far as I'm concerned. It's just there's not enough want or incentive or urge to try and compete, so you get left in the dust. Like after a month, teams are absurd, and your team's like, well, I've been playing, casually and trying to enjoy myself, and this is what I've come out with, and you're just like, oh, that bloke's got a fucking 90 rated team with amazing players that I'm never gonna have. The other main problem as well with the whole everyone's trying to compete is that, alright, yeah, you can get your great team, but like I say, I'd say about 50, I'd say it's a pretty even split of team and skill. Like, you could have 94 Ronaldo and Pele and all this wank and still get dumped on. I've done it to plenty of people, and people have done it to me. Not in the sense that I have Ronaldo and they've got scrappy low-tier players, but I do at least have a semi-competent team and I still do get dumped on. It happens. I mean, as well, like, the game isn't particularly well balanced this year, so there's an awful lot of really stupid bullshit that can happen, like, regardless of who's the better or worse player, which again makes it even more infuriating. You're trying to put a lot of time into a flawed product, but there you go. It's still enjoyable, it's just frustrating. But yeah, in general, the way that it's kind of built, because everyone could compete, then you unlock rewards by winning more matches, the best get better. And that's how it should be. If you're really, really, really fucking, like, stupidly good at the game, of course you want the best rewards. You've earned it. And you do. If you can play 40 matches of FUT Champions and win all of them, we're talking like 10-12 minute games over the course of a weekend, and get 40 wins, you should get the best rewards. But the way that the matchmaking works is that you still get matched up against dopey idiots like me, who are probably hungover, have no real idea what they're doing, and you get pounded into the dirt. So the best get better and better rewards and get better and better teams, whereas the people who aren't that good still get matched up against them. And you just get fucked, and then there's even less incentive to try and play, because you're never going to be able to compete now. They've got the best teams in the game. Again, like, that's mainly that's not necessarily a method with or a problem with the loot box kind of scenario. I mean, like I say, it is based around the loot boxes, but it's generally a method of, it's like, I'm not that good at the game. I'd rather not be matched up against, god tier people who are really good at the game. With all respect to them, if they're that good, then they deserve it, and they deserve their rewards, but I feel like they should be matched up against people who also deserve those kind of rewards. Not against me, because it makes it more frustrating. Especially as, like I say, 40 games. It's like, what's the equivalent? I don't know. It's kind of difficult to sum it up, because you have to pay attention as well. When you're trying to play at that level, it's not a simple case of, you can just blag through a game. You have to pay attention, you have to actively really try, you have to figure out your opponent's playstyle and how exactly they're going to go about it. And it's like, it's not really feasible, especially, like I say, me, when I'm super zonked out zombie mode. Like, it's just not really going to happen. So, yeah. Again, you could put that down to get good, and there's not necessarily an argument against that. But the incentive, again, isn't there, because you're already behind the best people. So, yeah, there's even less reason to really try. And yeah, like I say, the final major complaint for it really is that Daddy's credit card still wins. It still wins all. There's no reason, other than financial stability and wanting to eat. If you don't have that, or you as some people have found, you can't control that urge, yeah. Like I say, people can just spend money until they get the best teams. Again, that probably means that they're casual and they're not actually going to be that good, but it's not always the case. So yeah, in that sense, it can also get really fucking frustrating. Like, you have no hope of, like, really competing then. If someone's got disposable, like, money that they just want to throw at the game, then they can, and they will be, you know, most of the time they will end up, you know, getting the benefits out of it. If you put enough money into it, then you're bound to get something good at some point. Well, that's the logic anyway. Again, considering how jippy and not massively convincing it is, it doesn't always work out. Oh, hello.
Hey, welcome to the party.
You miss us?
Would it kill her to smile?
Yes! It's directly tied to her ability to breathe. Botox has ruined that one.
Time to move.
Oh, okay, so Hope's out on his ass then. Oh. Can't I be bothered? I've only done an hour, and I've already run out of things to say. So I can't really be bothered to talk about FIFA anymore. Oh. Hang on a minute, what's the fucking party? I want to get through this, because I fucking hate it. Or at least get to a bit, because they split up again. Which I find helpful. Actually, that's pretty good. I'm okay with that. Yeah, that'll do for me. There's a bit coming up where they split up again for some non-specific reason. It's stupid, I don't know. Like I say, I don't particularly want to play it, but if I don't, then this will never get done. Ooh, apparently it is encoding overload. I wonder if my computer is quietly doing a fucking virus scan. It didn't bother to tell me. It should be alright. You faster encoding preset, yeah. Hey, you're gonna heal lightning? Well done.
Time to pull the old switcheroo.
What? That was weird. Yeah, a lot of this isn't in keeping with character. It's very bizarre. Oh, I should probably switch back to melee. Oh dear. Yeah, I think that's about my thoughts on that. I don't even know why I wanted to talk about it, it's just a thing. Because I do find it, again, I do find it bizarre that Battlefront got the worst of it. I don't know what Call of Duty's loot boxes specifically are, but I do know that they are pretty fucking, like, offensive. Like, they drop down out of the sky in front of other players to give you your loot. Like, really? You may as well... It's essentially saying to everyone, look at what this bloke got in his loot crate! It's pretty dire. So, I really don't understand why Battlefront got mullered. I know it's Star Wars, and to some people Star Wars is sacred, but it's not the worst thing that's come out of Star Wars. Battlefront 1, well, yeah, Battlefront 2015 was pretty awful. So, yeah, I had no idea why it really got shat on that hard. Oh, Jesus, oh, he's clipped through fucking Saz. Kill the succubus, please. Thank you. And even if you look at something like Killing Floor as well, like, Killing Floor's loot boxes are pretty avoidable. Yeah, like I say, they don't inhibit gameplay. You do get random drops, like weapon skins, as well as unlocking the loot or getting the loot boxes. My main problem with it is you have to A, get loot boxes as part of drops, and then pay money to unlock them. That is... I'm not down for that. Especially when, like I say, I mean, Ross tried to open up, I think, one And it was one of the best loot boxes that you can get. It has, we both agreed the skins in it were fucking awesome. They all look really like mental and like really cool in game. And he was like, alright then, yeah, fuck it, I managed to get this one, it's one of the rarer ones, I'll open it. And what is his reward? Literally the single worst thing that you can get. And again, FIFA's ain't perfect, but you open a pack of stuff with different items and different chances of getting something. You open up Killing Floor's loot boxes, you get one skin. That skin could potentially be worth £100, or more likely it'll be worth about 10p. Like, the incentive for doing that is even less. But the other thing that Killing Floor does that FIFA doesn't do is if I want to support Killing Floor, then I will go and buy skins from their marketplace. That's what I'll do. Because that's just a much simpler and easier, like, I'm not going to necessarily... I mean, I have opened up a few crates every now and again when I'm feeling frisky, mainly drunk. I've noticed my susceptibility to loot crates goes down massively when I'm drunk, go figure. Not that I have drunk in, like, a good long while, so I haven't opened any in a good long while, but when I was drinking spectacular amounts, yeah, I certainly felt myself, you know, giving into that urge a hell of a lot more. Oh, just fuck it, keep saving. Is there anything new in the shop? I don't even know what any of that is. Why do they have XP? That's for snow? Yeah. I can't afford any of it. How much crap do I actually have to sell anyway? I don't know. I kind of like it that it sort of, it has the weapons of the person, like, even though they're not in your party, but they are listed. Oh wow, yeah, I've got a load of components. Eventually you get it so that you can, like, upgrade shit. I don't know when that happens. I didn't even save. My brain. I will go and ask the doctor for massive amounts of something that might help cure me. Because if not, then I will go back to fucking drinking. Good lord. But yeah, if I want to support Killing Floor, I'll just go and buy a chicken suit. Because it's like, cool, I like that. That's a, you know, I know exactly what I'm going to get. It's a cool skin that I like. I didn't have to try and unlock it piecemeal through loot boxes. Brilliant, wonderful. I will live with that. But yeah, like the loot boxes, especially in Killing Floor, they're implemented so poorly because you can only unlock one loot drop every 24 hours unless it's a double XP weekend. And that's just not enough. It's not enough at all. I get it, because they don't want to oversaturate the market. But, like, that's one game a day, and you can still start a game, play for about 10 minutes, and then quit or die, and you will get your loot box. That's not player engagement. That's, I don't know. There's, considering that you have to pay $2.50 to unlock it anyway, there's no incentive. I mean, I'd love to see if FIFA tried to make it so you had to A, like, unlock packs and then B, pay to open them.
Come to Papa.
Jesus, that'd be fucking terrible. I think EA Montreal would probably be in ashes by the end of the first day they tried it. It would be an interesting experiment, though. I know you have to pay to open them, but they are just part of a market, and you can open as many as you want, providing you have the money. Not, I have to A, go and buy the crate, and then B, go pay to open that crate that I randomly got. Like, that's insane. Oh, but you can buy those certain crates on the marketplace for £2.50, so if you want to open up one crate and without going into the Steam store and buying it there, then it's $2.50 for the crate and $2.50 for the key! Brilliant! You guys have really thought this through. I haven't met someone who opens those, like, a lot. I don't think I want to. Have to be mad as a fucking brush to try it. Oh, when coding is not overloaded, stop lying to me. I'll murder you, because fuck it, it's easier. Let's switch to that. I mean, there is obviously the other inherent problem as well, which is that loot boxes should never, ever, ever be in a $60 or £40 game. This is something I do wholeheartedly agree on. Like I say, my main criticism is at least disclose the odds. That way, someone is making an informed purchase as opposed to, well, still rolling the dice, but you have more of an idea of, you know, your odds of when you roll it, as opposed to just blindly thinking, yay, maybe I'll get that thing that I want. Like, you disclose the odds, there's an awful lot more power in the consumer's hands, as far as I'm concerned. Oh, where was I going with that? But yeah, like, they should not be in full price games. Like, I know the logic is, oh, games are so expensive to make, oh, they have to be this expensive to make. It's like, they really don't. Who said that game development had to cost 500 million, Bungie? Oh, and what was the output? Grey sludge, yes. Really, really, really worth it, wasn't it? Really, really, really worth it. Again, this is the same, like, oh, we need the super duper amazing graphics. It's like, well, obviously not, because it obviously made the game shitter. A, they don't actually look that good under close inspection. And B, they don't enhance anything. Really. Like I said to Guap yesterday, I'd take Bizarria's art style over anything remotely near this any fucking day of the week. It has more personality for a start. I don't know. But yeah, like, loot boxes should never be, like, loot box, in fact, there you go, there's something. Price restriction, every single game with loot boxes has to be free, or like a £10, $20 maximum. Because I know for a fact that most companies last year made pretty much all of their money out of loot boxes. So it can't be that fucking bad. But at least that way you've lowered the bar for entry a bit. It's not completely fucking insulting. Because that's what most people... I mean, like, FIFA as well is probably one of... If that sports games in general, probably the worst. If you want to get FIFA with some free packs and, like, early access, it's about £90. I think it's an extra tenner on top of that with the downloadable copy. The bog standard copy... I believe is about £45. Oh, this is a boss, by the way.
What is that?
Pulse armament.
It's something that looks utterly stupid.
Isn't it?
You have eyes, don't you?
I don't know, it's up for debate. You don't have any cheekbones. Or, no, facial muscles in general, actually. You are lacking a lot.
Hold it together.
Switch to that. Buff lightning a bit, it helps. God, you really need to stop with the orgasm noises, it's just haunting. Oh yeah, that gets rid of stat debuffs. That's still quite a cool idea though, I quite like that. Because it incentivizes you to try and switch back and forth. I'll give you a bit more, might as well. Yeah, switch back to that. And then fuck it, we'll give that a go. Try and build up that dark gauge a bit. Although, to be fair, this is impressively easy. I can't remember if he gets any harder later on, but he's not exactly putting up much of a fight, is the big old lad? I swear he has a flamethrower attack that I can't remember off the top of my head. Unless that's later ones, because, reskinning enemies! God forbid you pay your artist that spent 5,000 hours rendering that rock over there to make a different fucking enemy. Oh, and they also recycle assets between this and the second game. I can't remember if they do it massively for the third one, but yeah. Just to add that little bit extra, like, really? Oh, Jesus. Oh, no.
I thought we were goners. You alright?
Incoming.
Hope's dead, but, you know. Ah, there you go, as a second phase. I thought that was a bit easy. No, wait. No, I'll sit with that for a minute. Yeah, there it is. I fucking knew you had it, you big lummox.
Follow the old guy's lead.
I mean, to be fair, I suppose one other thing you could say as well is Killing Floor shouldn't have loot boxes. I mean, actually, no, to be fair, I paid 20 quid for it. And it has gotten a hell of a lot cheaper since it came out. So I'd say that's kind of a 6 of 1. I don't necessarily find Killing Floors too bad because I can just ignore them. And like I say, no one really gives a shit about the economy. Yeah, we're on the medic one. Cool. One shot.
I owe you.
Heal yourself, you ditzy fucking clod. It helps.
Time to pull the old switcheroo.
Yeah, he's a lot tankier now. He ate some spinach while we were busy beating the crap out of him. Also, helpfully, he's decided to randomly only target lightning. Cheers, buddy. Come on, fuck him into the ground. Yeah, no, I've really run out of shit to talk about now. For the minute. I don't know. I'm just struggling to think of stuff that I really give a crap about at the moment. Like, I don't really want to get into political wankery because it's all very stupid. Just stupid people being stupid. That's generally all it is. I know that's all it usually is, but at the moment it's looking like it's going to boil over into actual consequences for a fucking change. And it's probably going to be consequences for us instead of the people who do these stupid things that spark stupid conflicts. Which is why all political problems should just be solved by bare-knuckle cage match. It's the only way to do it. It's the only thing that's fair. If like Theresa May and Putin just got into a ring together and punched each other in the face and had bugger all to do with us, it'd be a lot easier. I mean, alright, considering that Putin is supposedly a manly man, I mean, we'd probably be speaking Russian within about 10 minutes of him winning, but yeah, you know, it's the way the world goes. It wouldn't be that fucking different at the moment. And let's face it, the UK's all racist and all full of racist, xenophobic twats anyway, so even that wouldn't be much of a difference. Well, fucking... Let's switch back to this one.
Follow the old guy's lead.
Bugger all.
Alright, that should do that then. I don't believe he has a third form. I like that Hope wasn't in that either. He's just so, like, non-issue at this point. He doesn't even need to show up. Oh, yeah. Omni-kit. Yeah, okay. Oh, the medic role is now available to Light, and the commander role is now available to Saz. Thank you. There's a good reason. Well, not for the medic role, but commando for Saz, certainly.
Crawling with things like that, isn't it?
Got me. Not even the Corps has access to intel on Pulse.
Also, there's a general other thing as well, which is the bad guys are SciComm and the good guys are the Guardian Corps. It's pretty obvious.
You need to know exactly what you're up against.
The naming needs changing. I'm just saying.
You like to keep it simple, don't you?
I stick to my.
Oh, hi, Hope, what's up? Cheers for helping.
As long as you have a goal, you can fight.
Can't limp sync, apparently. You can now upgrade weapons and accessories at save station using your Omni Kit and the various components you collect on your journey. The weapon customization does take a fucking long time, so I don't know how much of it I'll actually get into. If anything, I'm probably going to do most of it off screen, because you could spend, like, later on in the game, you can spend fucking days looking at that shit. But still, I probably won't care about it too much, because I can't really remember how many, like, super duper weapons you get. It gets better as you go, obviously, but I don't remember, like, oh, that was bad! Oh well. Oh, hang on a minute. Is that where they're going to split up? Are they going to split up? I swear down they're going to split up. Oh, I can't fucking remember. It looks pretty convincing. I'm going to go with it. Come on, split up. For the love of God. That's my stopping point.
Not much of a future for us, huh?
Hard to picture a happy ending.
We don't even know where to go.
I do.
Huh?
There.
Eden? The Sanctum Seat of Power. Oh, that's a great idea. Just charge right in there. Give him a taste of Lassie terror. You're serious?
Yeah, does she do? I'm not serious.
There's no place for Lassie to hide. No. They want to fight. Let's take it to the Sanctum's door.
This isn't a game.
It is. It's a terrible one, but it is a game.
That's for damn sure. Started with Sarah. The Fal'Cie took her. Now I'm a Lassie too. And the Sanctum's hunting me, an enemy of the state.
The things that you did! You didn't have to!
A Fal'Cie. Eden. Cocoon's sustainer and guiding light.
So is that Cocoon? Or is this Cocoon?
The Purge too. Pulse and Sanctum Fal'Cie. They're all the same. And we're all the same to them. Expendable. I'm not dying a Fal'Cie slave.
But you will!
So, what are you gonna do?
Destroy it.
By yourself? Are you crazy?
Yes!
Say you pull it off. What's that get you? Satisfaction?
It gives her a massive lightning boner, of course.
Lights out Cocoon. You want that? You're a Pulse Lassie now, so you just want to snuff out Cocoon.
No! What about Sarah? She said to save Cocoon. It might even be our focus to make sure Cocoon's...
Our focus doesn't matter.
What are you doing there?
I don't take orders from Fal'Cie.
But you're going there to take orders. Go on.
Is up to me.
Then go do anything else. Go build a home and freak yourself unconscious in it. Don't. Oh, god damn it.
Better to pick your path and keep moving.
Apparently, all of this makes complete sense to Hope a Dope.
After the Sanctum,
Dope on a rope.
to destroy the world. If it did come to that, wonder if our hero'd try to stop me.
You want to fight Snow now? Just like that and your enemies?
I have no personality. My personality is dictated by having free will and doing things that don't have any free will involved. Brrr.
When the fear sank in,
Oh, I can tell. The personalities are stretched to breaking
lightning was
point.
suffering,
Was she?
reaching out to us,
She really wasn't.
but none of us could see it.
Yeah, because she makes it about as obvious as... Oh, no, looking at...
Snow deserves it.
They kill the nun!
Stronger. None of this ever would have happened.
Probably still would have done.
I don't know what I should do.
Would use its run, isn't it?
Whoa!
Die, old man, die!
I won't be if you keep pushing me like that.
Wait for me.
What you said back there made fuck all sense, but it sounded cool, so I'm going with
I'm
you.
going with you.
I can't babysit you anymore.
I can fight. I'm not afraid.
You fucking are. Would someone smear mayonnaise on the legs?
Great. A SciComm hit squad.
What did that achieve exactly? Why aren't they shooting? They're a hit squad. Let's go and kill that dude. Oh, hey, calm down. Medic, 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 medic. Hey, yo! Oh, Hope, you miserable fucking failure. No, I have to try. Really? Was I supposed
I
to?
can't stop now.
No, I was supposed to win that. For fuck's sake. Alright then, fuck the tracker then. Let's go and thin out the numbers. Yeah, thank you. It's so great. Oh, I started. Oh, fucking god damn it. Oh, skip it. Skip all of it. Die. Oh, yeah, but then you give me the opportunity to change my party. For God's sake. Do I have... Why would I not have Commando Medic? Why? Right, can I have fucking... Yeah, let's do Medic Synergist as well. How about that? And then we'll have... I don't want 2 Ravagers. How about that? So I can blitz the little guys. Oh no, I can't. Apparently they're super fucking tough. And they do stupid amounts of damage. As long as Hope can heal decently quickly, it's not the end of the world, it's just that he can't heal decently quickly. Oh no, there you go, we're getting somewhere now. Just gotta whittle them down. Stop healing him, you bellend. Oh, this is stupid. It's a competition to see who can out-heal the other. Now I'll switch to you, because you're just being a fucking dick. I hope her thing doesn't crop up. I can't stand it. That's gonna take some doing when she unlocks her thing, because I hate it because it's annoying.
Not bad.
It was terrible.
Really? Thanks.
Her expression got slightly more annoyed over that. Just slightly, just a scotch. She starts to smile at some point. It's a lot of effort to get there, but it does happen. Oh no, there's no way we could cross that. We'll have to go the other way.
Army's out to play.
What now?
What now? I mean, we could stay here, but shouldn't we?
Run?
Huh?
We should run. If we rush in now, we'll just get in her way.
You know, you're right. I guess. I mean, it's not like Lightning needs any help.
You do! She helps. Kill things. Not in any other way, but she'll kill things for you. So no, we will run.
Soldiers. We should keep moving.
Don't try and take charge of the situation.
Are you worried about the others? I'm sure they got away okay.
So can you if you leave now. With me, it'll be fight after fight. I don't know how it'll end. It's anybody's guess.
I know that. But I need to be stronger.
And killing people helps.
Lightning.
Call me Light.
Oh look, they're friends now. Aww.
Through the Gapra Whitewood to Palampolum. We'll find transport to Eden.
I live in Palampolum. I can show you all the shortcuts.
No side trips.
No need. I don't think Lassie are welcome at home.
I'll save it now. Good, they've split up. I don't know why that's good, but I don't know. It's a marked point of story progression, so I'll take whatever fucking nugget I can. There you go. Wasn't that fun, zany bullshit, kids? No, it wasn't.
Spot something?
Oh, look forward to more and when I can be bothered. Peace.
Did you get something off your chest?
No!